Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Tuesday in the market. It's July 29th. We got FOMC tomorrow. I'm going to review the 0-day options. I traded today on SPY with the small account challenge. Today was, tomorrow we got big data, so pretty grindy today. The range did spread out a little bit, I think, from yesterday. Let's see, about 4 points. So yeah, a little bit bigger range. I was up early this morning. Our AC broke. I'm still fighting this Chinese virus, and so it's hard to sleep. It's like shifted into a nasty cough that only comes like once the sun sets. It's pretty crazy. I'm better. I'm over the hump, but now it's like this annoying cough that I feel like is gonna linger. But yeah, so didn't sleep great. Up early, working on the AC, and so I slept this morning. I was here, I was ready, I was charting. It's really hot. The crazy record-breaking heat, and yeah, I didn't want to trade anything in here. This is what I charted in the morning though. Could have taken the breakout here, but this was early, so it's it's very very early on. Wasn't too confident in it yet. Even taking these trades later in the day, it's still kind of it's a bit of a chase. So I guess I'm just not that comfortable with it. But yeah, breaking this this bearish algo here into a steeper one is what we got with volume. So could have taken a little scalp there. Green, I did chart for the bearish controlled algorithm here, but it didn't really do anything with it. And I actually went and laid down like right about here. Yeah, I got tired, took a nap, woke up. I don't know if I really slept, but somewhere down here, I just started looking at the chart again. I'm like, oh, okay, so I missed that move down, but I'm not sure if there was a great entry that I would have been confident taking. Like maybe here, one of those like trend days with small pullbacks, but then it ends up lacking continuation, which is all this. But yeah, I would have just been on this little head and shoulder here. And yeah, I suppose if I had the white drawn by then, I can't remember if I did or not. Could have grabbed it here on the break or on the retest. And then, yeah, here's 5-day, this gold line. So I was paying attention here, and it came up, and I thought about going long, but I just wasn't prepared. And I was like, okay, it breaks here, and then it did. And I was like, I'll wait for a retest. Never did. And then I'm sitting here and it's just grinding up. I'm like, oh man, this would have been a nice little trade. And then I was thinking, if it retests this as well as refines that as support, we got a nice little inverse head and shoulder. And then, yeah, an hour later of just grinding, I wasn't even thinking of that anymore. And it perfectly retested that. Didn't retest the channel it broke out on, but perfectly retested that shoulder with a double doji and then a engulfing green candle. So it would have been a really nice setup, honestly. And then you also had a nice shoulder of liquidity up here to grab for this inverse head. So this looked really nice. Was I watching it here? No, I wasn't watching it here. But again, I wasn't really even looking for this. I was just like, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing other stuff. So could have set alerts, but sometimes I don't know where to set alerts, like what I'm actually waiting for, because there's just so many different scenarios that could play out here that I could be trying to catch. So I just have to glance at it every 10 minutes or so. When I did kind of look at it and start paying attention, it was like here, and I saw the inverse head and shoulder, and I'm like, that looks nice, but I didn't want to take it because I felt like I already missed it. Yeah, I feel like I'd already missed it, but yeah, and then I just saw it grind up here, and I guess I could have taken it, but I don't know. I think maybe I didn't know where my stop would be. I guess it'd probably be down here, and I didn't want to take it from way up here. It's possible I didn't see till further up. Anyways, I missed that trade to the upside, which that kind of stung, because I definitely saw it and was like prepping for it even back here. I just wasn't anticipating it looking like this. I was anticipating more of like come up and then quicker, but it's always slower than you think. But then sometimes it's faster, so depends on the volume. So light volume is just gonna take longer to do its thing. Looks like Emperor caught it. He waited until it broke that white, so I was definitely watching it then. I could have. I don't know. I just didn't feel like chasing. I thought, oh, I could get in here and then look at purple. In my mind, I think I was thinking small account. I only have so many trades. I don't want to just jump in here and then it breaks purple real quick and then I'm out and it's just a wasted trade. So that's kind of the setback for me for a cash account that's small. Maybe they'll be change the PDT rule. I don't know if I'll actually switch to a margin account though, because I kind of like the limitation, but I need to just, yeah. Yeah, if I took it here, I guess my stop could be purple, but, or just back into this liquidity here. Because yeah, these contracts probably did pretty well. And then let's see. Yeah, dealing with different stuff today. And then I kind of didn't do very good emotionally. I don't know, I kind of just felt FOMO after this, I think, and I just got a little impatient. 214s when I took my first trade. Yeah, I was just like, didn't catch this trade, and kind of been like, I'd come to the computer and I just stare at liquidity being built, and then I wouldn't be looking at it, and a move would happen. I'm like, but this is the only one up until this point that I was like, and then this one I could have, but yeah, that's pretty aggressive. Yeah. And then let's see, yeah, 214. Let's see, that's in here. Yeah, I ended up just catching liquidity. I became liquidity. I was the fish. So calls. I got calls right here. And it's like, oh, there's an inverse cup here. This could be the handle. I also saw a little shoulder here and an inverse head that looks pretty nice to me. So I got calls there. It did come up. I don't think I closed these for profit. No, that was actually big loss. Dang. Yeah. Wait, what? Did I hold that long? Hold on. 14 to 220. Is that right? No idea why I held that long. Oh, I think I'll... looking at Emperor's chart. Well, that's why I review. I gotta journal it. I guess it's because it broke the blue on Emperor's chart. I'm not sure what happened there. Why I held so long. Oh, I didn't take profits here because it was one contract, and of course I didn't just want this little move. But I had to build more liquidity. I'm just trying to figure out why did I hold so long. I guess I was looking at this. Like grabbing this for liquidity down here. I don't know. I'm a little confused by that. Typically I feel like I would have closed on that big red candle, breaking the green. Okay. Anyways, and then yeah, this is I got into puts right then at 223. So I figured failed breakout to the upside, and now it's grabbing this shoulder and this one, and so I got into puts here. So yeah, this was where it was. I was kind of let myself down a little bit on how I traded that. Sometimes it's I'm catching it at the inflection point and it's right, and I just have the wrong direction, so it's right to just flip. In this case, it was still kind of in a big wedge. So flip to puts. Here, I'll just show you really quick. So there's the trades. More trades today. Flip to puts, or one put. The first trade is 25 cents to 19 cents, so that's pretty ugly. It would have been much worse though if my contract was lower delta. These are like right at the money. So that's one thing I've changed since using Copilot. Just kind of refining in on better deltas, better contract prices for what I'm doing. So yeah, the decay on that wasn't terrible for how big of a move it was, because I got it like there, or was it 14? Yeah, I got it there and didn't close till here. So that's on that first trade. This next one, I got puts here, 223, closed it at 229. So yeah, on that candle that broke the white. So out of that one quicker. I don't know why I held the other one so long. 257, I got one put. Yeah, so breaking this channel, grabbing this shoulder. So yeah, we have inverse cup, handle, another handle. This was just kind of a false break, or my line was just a little bit off, and it's just kind of the area. That kind of sucks because then I don't trust my lines as much. I have to move them or adjust them. Let's see, 327, 320. Wait. 257 to 259. Yeah. So 257, I opened that up right here. Close it out 259 once it broke that white. So real tight stops. Other than that one, that was pretty loosey-goosey. I don't know why. And then, okay, yeah, this trade. Wait a minute, what? 327. Okay, yeah, this is the trade. 327 and then 328 I got puts. So this one was more based on Emperor's chart, actually. So that's a first problem as far as my confidence if I'm just trading based on his lines or anybody else's. I notice it. So on mine, yeah, on my blue, it did break here. Didn't show much volume or like it was triggering stops. Does have a little head with a shoulder, but it was just kind of melting down here. Do have a shoulder down here to grab. Yeah, the head and shoulder all over the place. So it's just where to get in and then where are your stops, where's your risk, how can you manage it? Because you don't want to manage it through here. So at this point, I was looking at Emperors though, and so I got one put at 327. Here's his. So that's right. So we had this magenta. I didn't have this blue. I had like one in between the two, which was this blue one, like in between his magenta and his blue. Kind of weird. But yeah, 327 is right here where it broke that blue. So I got one there, and then it was just going so slow. I was like, for the biggest channel break like of the day, and after building all this liquidity, it just sometimes it does this though. It hangs out for a bit, gives you time to get into position. Other times it just flushes through tons of volume, and if you market order, you get filled down here, it's going to rip back up here. Might eventually come down, but this was one of those cases where yeah, it broke the channel and just kind of built a little liquidity under it and allowed you to get a good position on it and flipped that support into resistance, and that's where he circled there. So yeah, you had 1, 2, 3 candles showing as resistance, kind of 4 even. So I got my first contract on here, or on here on the break. Kind of waited. I was kind of patient on it, but I just kind of danced around a little bit. I was like, eh. I was like, this probably is it because it's holding below here. But then I'm like, well, maybe his chart's not accurate today. Like sometimes mine are more accurate, you know. Anyways, I ended up getting another one here because I'm like, well, I need to start scaling up on good trades, and so yeah, I got another one here the next minute because it's holding below there, and then I'm just like not patient at all. I mean, I'm being patient, but I'm getting antsy. And so I was like, I'm reducing my risk. So at 331, I bought them both for 28 cents. So I didn't even get a better deal on that one. And then that candle. So this candle I thought closed above it, but I guess it stayed below his line. He maybe changed his line too. I don't know. Maybe not, but I closed one here because I'm like, this is taking too long. There's no volume. I'm just going to reduce my risk. So closed one there for small loss out of the two. That was 28 cents to 23 cents. And then it finally made its move. And I had to, oh, it would have been would have made today nice. Would have been a green day. Solid little $20 day or something. But yeah, I think just being sick still and like lack of sleep, I'm just kind of fighting a lot of uphill battles here to be focused. And then AC like not working and heat waves. So anyways, that one I closed at 337, so it didn't get the bottom. When the volume picks up and these candles just get super dancy, it's like my heart rate goes up. It's hard to manage. But yeah, I did close it on this one. It was past low a day. I didn't get the best fill, but it was when this one was slightly green. I think I closed it like right there. So it was almost 100%. I'm sure at one point it was on this candle. And then this one, I think it was probably over because that was 28 cents to 45 cents where I closed it. Like I said, the candle was green when I closed it. So then it kept coming down. I was like, why did I close it so soon? But it's fine. Just went a little bit further. But having a second contract would have made it much easier because then I probably would have closed that first one when this first candle ripped or dumped. And I probably got even a better fill on that candle than I did on this one just because the velocity and the momentum. This one had momentum in the opposite direction, so that was good. And then I would have had one to just take another one on a big candle. So yeah, the right idea, just some external factors. And then I took a stupid little end of day play that was a 3 cent loss, 30 cents to 27. I think I got calls. Let's see. Yeah, I got calls on the 10-minute move. So this candle I thought was closing. Oh, I was looking at Emperors again. I front ran it a little bit because I thought it was close. I got it when it was up here, and then the last second of the candle, it like flushed down and turned it from red to green. So I was like, oh, dang it. So I closed on the next candle, and that's how we did it today. So actually, not as bad as I was. It was a small red day, even though I was like 3 red trades. I was out of all of them pretty quick, except for that one. Didn't feel too bad. I was kind of upset with how I was trading because I was just being impatient here. I just waited for the trade I knew or I was comfortable with, which was this one where I clearly was because I put 2 contracts into it. I just waited for the right setup. You know, this was 100%. I could have 100% on a few contracts, but impatient, big wedgie stuff. My fault. But I'm happy with a small red day. Yeah, I feel like I didn't trade too well. Tomorrow's FOMC. We'll see. IV's going to be up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford any contracts. Probably just one. But there we are on the count. Down $6 today. Thanks for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Wash your hands. Take vitamin C. Peace out.